Hello, Rialta people. Okay, so one of the things I did the first day that I got this Rialta is rip out the carpeting and replace it with vinyl floors. So the first thing you'll notice is the carpeting has this pad. This is behind the fridge, a little piece that's left. And the pad is glued on with about 50,000 tons of glue. So in the back portion, back here by the beds, it's really glued down. And so it took me about 5 hours to get this up with a 5-in-1 blade and Gooby Gone or Goof Off, whatever it is. Now the Goof Off airs out in a couple of days, so I wouldn't be concerned about using it, but most of it gets saturated up in the pad and removed as you take it up. But basically you just have to, a lot of labor scraping it off. And then underneath you're going to see some pieces of wood like that, which run in between these little bit of lift of metal. And so those are fine. I put this board, which is just a tiny, thin little board, on top of the entire floor, screwed it into the existing wood planks with very short screws so you don't screw through a bunch of stuff. And you want to use a self-tapping driver if you need that to start it. And then just like little tiny short 1/2 inch, whatever, 1/4 inch, 3/8 inch screws. Then I anchored this down as a new subfloor. And then basically I just laid down the vinyl. These were planks which are snapped down, and so they're floating. And then of course I just put this tiny bit of corner round to sort of hold it all in place, but it holds down pretty well. If you need to, like on this piece here, I did glue it because this piece, as you know, gets lifted up and removed when we have to use it for the shower. So still have some cleaning up to do back there. And this piece here is going to drop down really tight because I put this little corner bead on this, so it fits really precisely. Okay, again, this part is floating. Put the side panels up. We removed, in the front area, there's a little area right here, which is a wood enclosure for all the wires, but we found that we could just use a regular wire hider, which worked out good. Now the front floors, only the center area has wood underneath it. To the left and to the right, under the chairs, there's no wood. So I had to recut pieces. They're about 4 inches wide. This is 36 inches across, and I just set the pieces in accordingly. Now obviously when you do this, you have to cut out all these little squares for the holes to secure the seats when you use them. I'm leaving these little babies because we're not sure we're always going to use the seats. So we'll have these little baby holes in here and fill it with whatever. So the seat belts also, this has to be unscrewed, and then you just lay the floor. We put our round corners down, and then we put the electric strip up to hold the wiring. There's the battery compartment. We left the carpet in the front because that's just too much work. There's these little flip top pieces here, which is where our inverter is with our solar panel going into our batteries under here. But this is convenient and flips down. And there's another one for the other side, but because we're not sure what we're going to do yet, we've left that off. Okay, it's a big job. It probably takes 3 or 4 days. I did it myself. And there's just details and stuff that you figure out as you go along. But it makes it a lot cuter and a lot nicer and a lot cleaner. All right, see ya.